In the opening scene of the movie, we are introduced to a yellow bird's egg, which had no bird in it. This means that this egg is rainless. Suddenly this egg starts moving. Maybe a baby bird is going to come out of it. The two legs of the baby bird come out of the egg, and then the egg falls down, from which a yellow bird comes out, who is calling his mom loudly. But when no one comes to him, he understands that he is no one. As soon as a ladybug passing by sees that baby bird screaming, she comes in trouble to help him. When the ladybug finds out that this bird is completely orphaned, she herself decides to raise him. Time passes and it is shown that now that Yellowbird has grown up, but because he was not taken care of and raised by birds, he did not behave like ordinary birds. He was afraid of flying. He was afraid of everything. That's why this poor ladybug, who was his mom, was very worried. She always tried to make him strong, so that he can go anywhere, without fear and enjoy his life. After the scene is cut, we are shown a group of bluebirds, who are all talking that now winter is going to come. Here the cold will increase a lot, and they should go to the jungles of Africa to stay alive. We find out that there are two leaders of this group of bluebirds, one who leads the whole group, and the other leader will lead everyone, after the big leader is retired or after he dies. Anyway, now we see the Yellowbird again, which was playing with her mom. While playing, Ladybug throws a nut away from here, and she herself acts as if she has also fallen down, and she has been injured because of falling down. She now tells the Yellowbird to go and get our food, that nut from there. Ladybug is afraid of the Yellowbird, but maybe the Yellowbird didn't want to do good to herself. He refuses to do this to Ladybug. After hearing her refusal, Ladybug was very angry with Apple. She says, "Go and get the nut." For the first time, this Yellowbird saw Ladybug so angry. Now he has to go to get the nut even if he doesn't want to. Here it is shown that when the whole group of bluebirds was planning that this time they will go to Africa, from which route wildcats attack them. All the bluebirds fly away from here, but the leader of these birds gets stuck in the clutches of these cats. These cats were pursuing him with the intent to eat him, yet he was diligently working at the same time to save his life. He was also very injured in trying to save himself from these cats. But the good thing was that, when he saw the cave in front of him, he went inside the cave to hide from these cats. We see that this is the same cave where the Yellowbird came to get the nut. The Yellowbird's eyes fall on the bluebird, who was asking for help from the Yellowbird. But the Yellowbird was also afraid of birds like him. So he picks up his nut and starts going from here. Seeing him go from here, the leaders of the bluebirds start calling him harder, and then Mercy comes to the heart of the Yellowbird, and he comes to him to save him. Seeing his condition, the Yellowbird realizes that this bird needs him a lot. He tries to help him, but what could he do? Because this bluebird was about to die, and was very worried. He asks him for help and says that I am going to die, but you have to do one thing for me. There is a bluebird in my group, who will become the leader after me. Go and give me a message that the way we used to go to the jungles of Africa, this time we can't go from there, because the danger of giant bird has increased there. These giant birds were actually airplanes, about which they did not know that they are a machine. But now the bluebird tells the Yellowbird a new way to go to Africa. Meanwhile, we see that the group of these bluebirds had reached cave. In this group, the leader's daughter was also there, who first sees her dad and goes to him. But the sad thing was that his dad dies as soon as he comes here. But before dying, this leader told his entire group that the new way to go to Africa will tell you this Yellowbird. He also said that now he will have to listen to every word of the Yellowbird. So this Yellowbird became their new leader one day. As soon as he dies, everyone stands here tries to go from there. But Carl, who was a bluebird, about whom the leader of the bluebirds had told that he would be the leader after his death, he stops the Yellowbird and says, "Tell me what our leader has told you. Which is the new way we have to adopt to go to Africa?" Ladybug had also come here. Ladybug had heard a lot about Carl, and now she says to Carl,
Yes, yes. This Yellowbird will take you to Africa, because the roads you are going through are very dangerous. You will not be able to move forward without the Yellowbird.
Carl didn't like this about Ladybug, but anyway, it was the order of their leaders. He now tells his entire group that along with me, now this Yellowbird is also our leader, and we will take it with us. But the Yellowbird was very scared of all these things. He asked from Ladybug, "Why did you tell such a big lie? Why did you tell all this to this group?" Then Ladybug says,
That they can be your companions. You can travel the whole world with them. Your future can be. I have told this lie for you.
Now Carl asks him, "Tell me, what route do we have to adopt?" The Yellowbird does not know how to tell the route, so he lies. Yes, I go all the way. You just have to follow me." Carl and all the people of the group agree to him. Before he makes any other decision, the wild cats attack him again. Seeing this wild cat, all the birds had flown away, except for a small blue bird, which the Yellowbird flies on its back as soon as it gets a chance. And he saved the little bird, the way the Yellowbird saved the life of the small blue bird. All the blue birds were impressed by him. Here the leader's daughter says to the Yellowbird, "There is something special about you, that my dad has made you a leader. My dad does not choose anyone like that." Now all these birds were in the air. They had to go to Africa. And here this Yellowbird is in trouble, because he did not know the way to Africa. Now he was confused at where to go, when he sees 3 mountains in front of him. He remembered that the leader had also informed him about it. He started flying in the direction of those 3 mountains. Everyone was following to Yellowbird, but Carl had no doubt that this way does not go to Africa. There is something wrong. Carl also tries to tell this to his colleagues, but no one pays attention to Carl, because everyone thought that the Yellowbird was perfect. Now they reached Paris and it was night. Now they have to spend the night on a tower. Yellowbird sees that some birds were eating grains here. When he goes to take grains from there for his companion, all the birds beat him very badly. Because of all this incident, now he was very upset. First of all, he was already in guilt that he was not able to guide these people the right way. Secondly, now this incident, he was very disappointed and does not want to go ahead. Then the leader's daughter encourages him. She says,
"No, you have something that my dad chose you. You can do it."
After listening to her, a lot of courage had come to the Yellowbird, and now he was ready to go with them. It is morning and all these people set out on their way. Everyone is very confident about the Yellowbird, but Carl still feels confused. He says,
"I think you don't know the way, and if this happens, we will beat you together. And it is best that if anything goes wrong, you can tell us everything."
Flying, they reach an ocean. They think that after crossing this ocean, Africa will come. So they think of resting, so that they can collect some energy and start crossing the ocean. But at this point, the Yellowbird finds out that they were not on the way to Africa. Now all his courage was broken. Then once again, the leader's daughter says to him, "You do not lose courage.
We will reach Africa. And once we reach Africa, if we meet our uncle, you can come back."
The Yellowbird listens to him again and stays with this group. Although he did not want to stay with this group, it is night, everyone goes to sleep, but this Yellowbird meets the seals. The seals tell him that the way to Africa was on the other side, and they have come in the wrong direction. Now hearing this, he was even more embarrassed. But in the morning, he does not tell this truth to anyone, and they start the journey to cross the ocean. When they reach the middle of the ocean, a very big storm comes in front of them. Here they see a ship submerged in water. To escape the storm, they had a good way. They all go into that ship. Let's see if there were any other birds like them in that boat. They were also hungry here. When they try to find food in this boat drowns in more water. As time goes by, they go out of the water to save their lives. Now they find out that the other group life was in danger. All of them together get a lifeboat out of the water. The rest of the birds also save their lives. Even after coming out of the storm, their difficulties did not decrease. A very big gust of wind brings them to the snowy area, where they could not stay alive. When they came to this place, Carl's anger had increased a lot. Now because Yellowbird was also embarrassed, that's why he tells all the truth to all of them. After this, the leader's daughter, who had become a friend of Yellowbird, even though she does not want to go, Yellowbird has to leave their group. He starts going from here. Then Ladybug comes here and gives him an idea and tells him a way. This Yellowbird now had the same way to save their lives. He brings all these blue birds to the airport told by Ladybug, and tells all these blue birds about the reality of the airplane. He tells them that we have no danger from this plane. To make them believe, Yellowbird FLIs and sits on the plane. After seeing this, now everyone believed on him. He now tells his plan that we will sit in a plane to save our lives. From there we can reach very far from this place very easily. Everyone likes Yellowbird's plan except Carl. Yellowbird and all the other blue birds forcefully bring Carl in that plane. This plane was actually going to Africa, and without hard work, now they finally reached Africa. All these birds are very happy to come to Africa. After bringing them safely to Africa, Yellowbird feels that his work is done. Now he should leave. At this time, the leader's daughter comes to him. There is no uncle in Africa. I lied to you because you came with us to Africa. And now that you have come here, why don't you stay with us? After hearing this, all the blue birds start requesting Yellowbird that you stay with us. Here Ladybug, who had always been the mother of this Yellowbird, also tells Yellowbird to join their group. And now Yellowbird also finally becomes a family of birds. These people start living happily, and the movie story ends here.